Why, hello there everyone, welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters. Hope you're all doing well, and we are talking about the lava planets of the Star Wars universe. We're going to be talking about Sullust, which is what you see here, of course, from Star Wars Battlefront 2015. I'm sure all of you remember this iconic location. And then, we cannot forget about Mustafar from Star Wars Battlefront 2 back in 2005. I'm talking about these two lava planets, not only because they're so iconic to Star Wars, but because I really want to see these return in a Star Wars Battlefront 3 or, a Star Wars Battlefront spin-off game or something. So, hopefully we get to see these return someday. They haven't really confirmed a Battlefront 3 yet, but I personally believe deep down in my soul that a Star Wars Battlefront 3 will eventually come to light and be real. So hopefully, someday we get an announcement on it. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, do you want to see Sullust and Mustafar return to the Star Wars Battlefront franchise? Sound off in the comments. And we're going to start off with Sullust, which is definitely one of the most iconic planets from Battlefront 2015, mainly because this was really the first canon representation of Sullust. Now, we got to see Sullust, from the Clone Wars TV series. There was a space battle above it. I believe it was also seen in other previous games as well, but this was the first real representation of Sullust. And Doug Chang, who is the vice president and executive creative director of Lucasfilm, worked really close with DICE to make this planet what it is today, with the iconic, I keep on saying iconic, but with the dark dirt, and that lava flow. And it's actually based on Iceland. So it's actually based on a real location. And this is an actual photo of the DICE team in Iceland taking reference shots for Star Wars Battlefront. How cool is that? And I remember seeing this planet for the very first time, and it's definitely a striking planet. It's so unique, so different from other planets, and it really does set itself apart from Mustafar as well, even though Mustafar is a lava planet as well. So it's really cool to see this again, and revisit it in Battlefront 2015. I played it recently, had a blast exploring this planet once again, reliving the memories, and also seeing the big walkers, towering over the map as well, and those big towers in the distance. It's a really cool map, and I think they could do a lot with it in a Battlefront 3. First of all, I think they could make it much wider, and expansive than what it was in Battlefront 2015. I felt it was a little bit too narrow, for Battlefront 2015, and it kind of led to a lot more choke points than it really needed. So I think they could bring this back in Supremacy, and it would be just freaking awesome. They could really widen it, and they could do a lot with this map in Star Wars Battlefront 3, if there is indeed a Star Wars Battlefront 3. But yeah, let me know, what improvements would you like to see for Sullust if it were indeed to come back in a Battlefront 3 game? I think there's so much they could do with it for sure. And of course, they have to have a bunch of lava flow in there that damages you if you walk into it, because there's nothing worse than dying by the lava. No one wants to see that, especially me, because I've had it happen to me many times when playing Battlefront 2015. And while we're at it, I also, I'm fast forwarding this now, I also got to play with Greedo on this map as well. And it's funny because when you look back at Battlefront 2015, there were so many people who just didn't care about Greedo coming to the game. But then when he was released, everyone really fell in love with Greedo. So the question is, do you want to see Greedo eventually return to the Star Wars Battlefront franchise, just like Sullust? So let me know on that. Now, we're also going to take a look at a little planet called Mustafar, as I mentioned earlier, and we can see Obi-Wan Kenobi doing some serious damage to the poor droids here. And this map right here from Battlefront 2 2005 is really memorable. The lava, the close quarters combat. And I think there's a lot of stuff they can do with this map as well. And I think they can really make this map cross era as well, spanning all of the different eras of Star Wars, because it would be really cool to see Vader's castle from Rogue One make an appearance in a Star Wars Battlefront game. In fact, they could probably do like heroes versus villains matches within Vader's castle as well. Maybe some blast matches as well. So, excuse me, a lot of things they could do with Mustafar for sure. And, everyone wants to relive that infamous Obi-Wan versus Anakin battle on Mustafar. I know you want to do it. I know that I want to do it. It's definitely one of my favorite lightsaber battles in all of Star Wars. So it'll be really cool to experience that in a Star Wars Battlefront game. Also, on top of that, with Mustafar, I think this is also a map that needs to be a little bit more wide open. Not so many choke points on it, because with the original Battlefront 2 2005 that we see here, I felt like there's many areas of this map that were maybe too enclosed and had too many choke points. And I think they could really improve upon that in a Battlefront 3 type game. Now, I also was thinking about some other ideas for this map that'd be really cool. If you remember, in the film, there are these little DLC 13 mining droids that both Anakin and Obi-Wan hopped on to get across certain areas. How cool would it be to see these mining droids, in a game where only heroes can access certain shortcuts by using these DLC 13 mining droids to get across the map to certain areas? I think that'd be really cool to see. And then I had another idea for both Mustafar and Sullust. I think seismic events and volcanic events would be really cool to see, where there's volcanic eruptions that change the map. Maybe, a volcano erupts and spews a bunch of lava across the map that changes the flow and gameplay of the map. Or maybe the visibility gets low because of a lava flow that happens and causes a bunch of ash to, get in the air, causing low visibility. There's all kinds of stuff they can do with Sullust and Mustafar to make it feel more dynamic and really change the flow of these maps. So a lot of cool stuff to do. And I'm kind of taking that from Battlefield 4, because if you remember in Battlefield 4, that huge skyscraper falling in the Shanghai map, they could do something similar with events on Mustafar for sure. But yeah, let me know what you all think about this in the comments. What would you like to see from Sullust and Mustafar if it were to return in a Battlefront game? Again, I love these planets. I think it'd be cool to see them return in the future. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. I'll see you again next time, and may the Force be with you always.